Hello, everyone. Welcome to the this week's live. Again, I not expecting anyone to join, but if someone shows up, very welcome. The idea here is again, I'll be discussing my experience, strength, and hope with the recovery that I've been part of so far. I'm coming up on 3 years on September 17th. And my idea of starting this channel is primarily to increase the awareness of addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, and letting everyone be aware of that there is a solution. Um, so I'll keep working on that path. Um, and my idea is I don't want to keep blabbering for a longer time, but I just was hoping that I'll share some of my experience, strength, and hope about the content that I recently posted. And the one that I recently posted just an hour ago was about the responsibility pledge. Um, for anyone that has been part of AA's and a recovery program, they might be aware of it. Let's view that, and maybe I'll share my thought. All right. So this is really critical. So when I was struggling, I was struggling with my addiction. It wasn't easy to figure out stuff, and before I accepted, I struggled a lot to accept that I was an alcoholic. And the my intention of sharing this short was um, that the whole experience of where I was struggling with addiction, all my relationships were going down. My job was not going well. My health was not keeping well. All my social connections, one by one, they were leaving me. And at that time, the last thing I wanted was to know that I'm an addict and that I'll have to do something about it. So finding out while you're struggling is it's really hard. So I want to increase the awareness of that about what is addiction, and if you're struggling, there is a solution. And every AA meeting that I go to, there's a responsibility pledge that we say it again and again that I am responsible. When anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA always to be there. And for that, I am responsible. Um, so anyone who has been in recovery, who's seen addiction, is recovering now, the biggest piece of how we get to keep that is by passing on this message to the others struggling alcoholics and addicts. And what is so freely given to us, we can keep it if we keep passing it along. And other than that, I feel we addicts connects with each other so much. So we are the best people to carry this message forward. So this is how we are responsible and more accountable to our actions is if anyone anywhere reaches out for help, if they are struggling, we need to go and tell them that we did it. If we can do it, you can absolutely do it. Because right then, I think people are scared. There's a lot of things going on in a addict's mind that would face resistance of joining any recovery community. But we are the people who need to be available for anyone who reaches out for help. And that is why I'm responsible. All right, let's keep going to the next one. Oh, that's not me. All right, sorry about that. I'm still, I should probably structure these better going forward. All right, so what's some of the other content I posted this week? Let's see. All right, this one. I love this one. Let's see if I can play this, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so let's see if anyone joined us. All right, I still don't know. Yeah, we don't have any on in our life. Okay, so so every day in recovery, I don't know, in recovery we don't get always what we want, right? But we learn to live with what we get and what we have, and that's the beauty of recovery. It doesn't magically gives you what you're asking for or what you need, right? So while in recovery, I think we learn to live with what we have or what we get and be happy with it, be content with it. That's a huge thing. I think always in my life I struggled with what I wanted to do. Was that a good thing? I don't know, maybe not, but I wanted to do it. Why? Because I thought that was the right way. Was it always right? No. Was it always, did it always work out? No. uh, and that's what I do right now in my recovery. Is there are two paths every time: what I want to do and what's the right thing to do. I know what I want to do gives me uh, the satisfaction, uh, but I don't, I'm not after it anymore. I don't want to do what I want to do. I want to do what's the right thing to do. um, Trying to think any example is, at my workplace I come across a lot of things that I want to do. Maybe I'll give you an example of a sponsee that I started working with. When I came to program, I was an year sober. I had so brilliant ideas in my head that if I was a sponsor, I would do things like this. I would do things differently so that I am able to carry this message in a better way, right? Um, and that is what I want to do. And what's the right way to do it? Take myself out of the equation. I'm not so important. I'm not here to rewrite the whole program. For me, my job is to carry this message to my sponsee. So what I do is how my sponsor taught me. I, I exactly do. Some of the things I probably could have done better, but I just want to take myself out of every situation I go in, and I want to just follow directions. So I just did what my sponsor taught me, how my sponsor took me through the steps. I exactly did the same thing. So yeah, a lot of times I ask this question: is this, if something at a decision point, is that something what I want to do, or what's the right way to do about it? So just give you another perspective onto how uh, what is working out for me in my recovery life. And again, this is all about progress, not perfection. So I would still say 80% of the times I consciously or unconsciously I still do what I want to do. But I know that's not where the peace is. If I'm after the peace, the serenity, uh, it comes when we do the things that are right things to do. All right, let's see if we have any subscriber. We still don't. On that note, I think we are coming about at 10 minutes. Um, as usual, I'll keep posting more content. My idea is, again, to increase awareness, to help people who are recovering with some hope, strength, people who are struggling. One, to be aware that what is addiction. If you're an addict, be aware, even if you're not ready to let go right now. At some point, you might, but if you do, at least being aware would definitely help you know that there is a solution. So, with that, let's close it out with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Peace. Take care, guys. Bye.